Good morning, everybody. It's Mike the Baldadonis, and today is Thursday, which means it's
Conspiracy Theories Thursday.
Gary from the gym. What's happening, buddy?
How you doing, Mike?
Good, thanks.
Hey, I just want to bring this up as conspiracy today is about organ harvesting and the system of death. And I'm not against donating organs. I mean, there was one time I signed up on my license to say if I was in a bad car accident or whatever, that, yeah, it would make sense to give my organs to the person that needed them.
Okay.
But I find out that you cannot donate an organ if you're dead. The person has to be alive, or the organs have to be alive in order to donate an organ so that it's successful to be an organ recipient. So what does that mean? Most people that are considered donors that can donate would have to be considered brain dead or in a coma state. And ways they determine to be brain dead would be that your eyes don't dilate when they do like a light test on your eyes, or you're not breathing. You know, your system's not working on the breathing thing. So they determine right away that you're brain dead, and it's almost like you have no way of getting out of it once the doctors determine this. So. See, harvesting organs is a big business, right, worldwide. Doctors and hospitals in the medical field make a lot of money because the donating organs are free. Big font, what?
Also in the black market too, right?
Right. The organs in the black market, right. So the catch here is what I'm talking about is that it has to be a living body. Even though we're brain dead or something of that nature. Well, they classify you as brain dead, but you could be still alive. I wasn't aware of that. Big Pharma is involved because Big Pharma, after you do the transplant, there's all kinds of anti-inflammatory or antivirus drugs. So the pharmaceutical gets a lot of money in the drugs, for the recipient. So what I'm getting at too is that this all started back in the late 60s. They realized they took organs from a dead person and tried to put it in the other, and come to find out it doesn't work. So this is how they realized. Okay. So it was kind of unethical and illegal to take parts out of people. So in late after 68, 1973, the Harvard committee, the Harvard School, created what's called the Harvard criteria, where comas are considered is alive, and they invented brain dead. So some doctors talk about brain dead as being brainwashing. In other words, when I'm told my family member is brain dead, I get the feeling that, oh, he's dead, but they're really not. They're alive. So there's the brainwashing effect. We just get it's really it's means alive. Brain dead technically is still alive. So a good way to get organs is to claim someone's brain dead, and then it seems like the feelings of them having a good life later on or something of that. That's the preface we have, or the pretense of my loved one on the table. So it's about taking those organs, especially if you're healthy. Things they like to take are lungs, the pancreas, the liver, the kidney, the intestines, and they can only take these items when the oxygen is still working, continuous oxygen, and also the clearing away of the waste products of these organs, because they're still working good. So when did I already mention that when they look at somebody and their pupils don't dilate or they don't breathe, they consider brain dead. Okay. Anyway, doctors routinely harvest organs from living people. Doctors falsely pronounce people dead, brain dead, fraudulently, claiming she suffered cardiopulmonary arrest or irreversible brain damage. You see, while the woman's still his heart was still beating. So the heart and everything's still working, but the doctors are saying that they're next to dead or dead. So we say go for it. But anyway, I want to get into the presumed consent laws. See, after the Harvard Committee criteria in 1973, there's like 30 different criteria about taking someone's organs, and they were strict at one time, but they're now very liberal. And presumed consent law means that if I was in an accident, laying on the table, and I'm unconscious or whatever, it's presumed that I consent to giving my organs. It's only when you tell the doctors why you're awake or alive that you don't want to give out your organs. And your family members have no say in the matter. I mean, you can go to court on it, and the court generally is in favor of harvesting the organs because of the presumed consent law. So I just thought that was a little odd. I did sign, like I said, the donation on my car license, but I had it taken away last time I did it, thinking, well, you know, what I know, but it still doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty much.
you know, they can erase it, but it's still there. Organs are free. People are killed by these doctors, are never paid. The people are never paid that donate the organs, believe it or not. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. In China, they used to lock up people, political prisoners, feed them well, high superfood, health food, and then they would harvest their organs. You know? The thing with the brain dead is that the brain swells. And when the brain swells, it doesn't stimulate the thyroid hormones, which makes your body move, or your lungs to move up and down. So while you're so that's one reason why, see, once your brain swells, that you're not able to make your body do its thing. Also, they have an apnea test, and it suggests that you not have the apnea test on your person that's unconscious here, because it's a venting machine, and the venting machine, all it does is push air in, and then when the air when the air leaves the body's elastic muscles is what brings it down. So the venting machine is just a pushing air. But the apnea test is they take the venting machine off for a good amount of time, and to say, hey, she ain't breathing or he ain't breathing. But the thing is, that actually makes the brain swell even more, so it gets worse. So it's recommended not to have an apnea test because, see, the idea is just to make this patient as dead as possible while it's still alive to harvest the organs. So those are some. And the best people they're looking for on harvesting the organs is between 18 and 35. You know what I mean? So it's words of a little understand caution there.
So we're good.
Yeah, I'm good. The Wizard of Oz behind this is the federal government. It's been organized. Most of the money comes out of Medicare, and there's laws in 47 states that presume that you're an organ donor. So it's pretty wild. You know how it is in government. You have all these lobbyists that ask our representatives to make certain laws. So you can see it's in favor of the organ donor. It's big money. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and the final thing I guess I want to talk about is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs had a liver transplant, believe it or not. Okay. But he didn't wait in the big long line that all other people. Right.
So how many do you have?
Yeah. So the point of the story is, I'm not trying to say don't be an organ donor, because obviously it's good for people who need something, but just beware that you could be on that table still, which you are still alive, but your brain dead, and there's nothing you can say about it. And these guys are like little vultures, because it's big money for the people behind the scenes. Right. So that's what it's about.
All right. So guys, every Thursday, Gary does his conspiracy theories. He's just getting some information out there. Don't take it so seriously, or it's
Yeah.
Good. What is it?
Well, yeah, you want if you don't want to be cut up while you're alive, make sure the doctors know you don't want to donate before any of this happens, like operations or whatever, because they can't do it if you tell them not to.
All right. So until next Thursday, guys, Baldadonis out.